TV. So today we're going to be talking about a topic that fits into my social media etiquette series, and that is RSVPing. And it's quite late in the day, but I just wanted to take a few minutes while I still had some of these thoughts in my head. So bear in mind, some of this may be a little bit of ranting. So I just got back from an event hosted by Regina Kelly of Feed the Need. And if you remember her, I featured her in one of my video marketing series videos, and I'll put a link to that in the description bar down below. But it's been about a year. Feed the Need is going strong, and this event meant a lot to her. It was a fundraiser, and it meant a lot to the volunteers that volunteer for this organization, and it meant even more to the people that she feeds every week through Feed the Need. But driving to this event and driving back, it got me thinking, and I thought, do people just not RSVP anymore? Tell me if you feel the same way. Tell me how you feel about it. Let me know in the comments. But I've been noticing more and more lately, and especially today, that people just aren't bothering to RSVP. And I have my theory on that, and I'm going to share it with you. But I do feel like this is a widespread problem, but I don't feel like it's a new problem. Going back 14 years, I remember when I was getting married and I was going down the list of people that hadn't responded yet. And when I got to one of my friends, he said to me, well, I didn't RSVP because of course I'm going. You know I'm going. I'm one of your best friends. And I said to him, no, I don't know. One of my other very good friends is going to be out of the country, and my own brother can't make it because something came up work-wise, and I'm devastated, and I expected him to be there, but I needed his RSVP to tell me that something had happened. So no, please, you need to let people know. There's no way that somebody hosting an event can read everyone's mind. And if you put yourself in the position of an event planner, and you've probably planned some sort of event, whether it's a dinner for four, a girls' night in, an event to promote your business, a fundraiser, or even a big event in the park. If you're asking for an RSVP, it's for a reason. Usually it has something to do with trying to know how much food to get, how much drinks to get, how many tables and chairs to order, permitting. Is the size of the place adequate, or do you need to go up, or can you save some money and move down a little bit? So RSVPing is so important to someone planning an event, because let's face it, whether you're planning that dinner for four or a huge event to promote your business, event planning and all the components that fall under it can be time consuming. In fact, it can be all consuming. And the last thing that person wants to deal with is to have to chase down their friends and family and people that they know and people that have expressed interest in the past and ask them if they're going to show up or not. In an ideal world, that wouldn't happen. But it is happening, and it's happening more and more. So here's my theory. My theory is that back in the day, if you were being invited to something, then you were receiving something in the mail. And whether it was a birthday party for an 8-year-old or a wedding or a corporate function, you were getting something in the mail. And still to this day, there's something about getting that invitation in the mail that makes you more inclined to RSVP. And in fact, with today's technology, RSVPing is so easy because you don't even have to call somebody and possibly have a long conversation when you're having a busy day. Many times you can just text your yes or no or maybe and let that person know. But with that same technology, it has become easier to hold more events and to invite more people than we would have in the past, because now we can invite our email contacts and our social media contacts. And I think that many more corporations and organizations and people are doing that. And possibly people are starting to feel bombarded by the amount of invitations that they are getting. But that doesn't make it any less important to the person hosting the event, for the reasons that I've already mentioned. Another thing that drives me up the wall is people that don't RSVP their maybe. So you'll get a yes, you might get a no, and then you go down your list of people that you're expecting to come, and they say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't RSVP yet because I don't know if I'm going or not." And I'm thinking, that's what the maybe's button for. Why can't you press the maybe button? And then they'll usually say, "Well, I didn't want to respond maybe because I'll change my mind later and I didn't want to have to do it twice." Well, you're still going to have to remember when your answer becomes a yes or a no. So you might as well, while you have the invitation in front of you, just click that one button and say maybe. And then when your answer becomes more solidified, let them know. And a lot of these programs, Evite, Facebook invitations, Constant Contact, all the digital methods will automatically send a reminder to all of the guests. So you're going to get a reminder anyway, and at that point you can change your RSVP if you need to. But that's what the maybe's there. So because I understood how important this event was today, I went ahead and once I got my invitation, I invited no less than 30 or 40 of my local contacts to this fundraiser. Now keep in mind, it was inexpensive. It was $7 a person. So it was not a bank breaker. And even if it was, you don't have to say that that's the reason you're not going. You can simply just have responded, "No, I can't make it." But I invited 30 or 40 of my people, no less than that, and possibly more. I want you to guess how many people RSVP'd with their yes, no, and maybe. Okay, so if you guessed 0, then you got the right answer. Not one of my friends RSVP'd yes, no, or maybe. Now, at least half of the people that I invited are familiar with the invitation feature on Facebook because they use it and they've RSVP'd in the past. I myself it takes me just a few minutes a day to just go down my list of invitation every week and say yes, no, maybe. Sometimes I even write a little something. I always let people know because as a professional event planner, I can tell you that it really, it means a lot to have someone's answer and know that that's just one less person you have to chase down. Plus it gets you excited. Oh my gosh, she's coming, he's coming, they're coming, yay. What a boost you're giving those people by letting them know, and how appreciative they are when you let them know maybe or no. But I was speaking to one of my good friends I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, and I said, "Hey, do you want to go to this fundraiser with me?" And she said, "Sure." And I said, "Well then, why didn't you RSVP to the Facebook invitation?" And she said to me, "What Facebook invitation?" And I said, "The one I sent you twice." And I said, "Do you know how to create a Facebook invitation?" And she said, "No." I said, "Do you know how to review your Facebook invitations?" And she said, "No." So since then, I've asked a couple of other people, including businesses that could benefit from using the invitation feature on Facebook, and they also told me that they had no idea how to use it. So if you didn't RSVP and you know how to use it, then I'm talking to you and you need to start RSVPing. But for those of you that don't know how to use the feature, I wanted to take this opportunity to just give you a few minute tour of the Facebook feature, how to use it, and some ideas on how it could help you and your business or organization. So stay tuned and let's get started with our tour. Okay, so here we are on my personal Facebook page, and I'm sure you're all very familiar with this page. This is my cover photo and then my profile picture. And if I click on the home button, this is going to take me to my feed. And this is where you guys are also very familiar with. It's where you're going to see your friends' posts and comments and likes and shares and all that kind of fun stuff. And over here on this left sidebar, this is where you're going to find your events. And mine is positioned third from the top. Yours might be positioned somewhere else on this bar.
But all you have to do is look for the icon that looks like a calendar and the word events, and you'll find your events. So I'm going to click on it, and I'm about to go pretty quickly. So feel free to pause or rewind or rewatch this video. And if you have any questions that I skipped, feel free to put them in the comments below, and I will answer all your questions. But this is where you find your events. If you scroll down, you'll see not only all the events that you've been invited to, but you'll also find birthdays of your friends, and you'll also find suggested events. Now, a suggested event is one where the the event creator has not personally invited you, probably because they're not friends with you on Facebook, but Facebook has suggested it to you based on your interests and the people that you are friends with that are attending the event. So if I click on it because I want to know more about it, I can click right on the name of the event. And right here, I can find out everything I need to know about this event. I can find out who's hosting it. I can find out when it is and what time, where it is, do I need tickets, how many people have been invited, how many have said maybe, and how many are going. And over here, I'll be able to see how many of my personal Facebook friends are actually attending this event. This box right here is the About box, and this is where the event creator will share details on the event. And every event has its own wall, similar to your news feed where people post their comments. Every event has an event wall. Right here, they can post their comments. Many times they give an excuse as to why they cannot attend, or if it's a maybe, they'll say, I'm supposed to be out of town. I RSVP'd maybe, but if there's any way I can make it, I'm going to try. Comments like that are the kind of things that you'll usually find here. Another thing that you can do, this is a public event. Now, Facebook will only suggest public events to you. Another thing that you can do here, you can change your RSVP. You can click maybe, or you can RSVP by clicking maybe or join. But another thing you can do is you can share your event. Now, you can invite other people by sharing the event to your wall and clicking on that, or you can choose to invite friends of yours to this event. In this case, because this is a local event and not an online event or anything like that, I would invite probably friends that are local to this Melbourne area, and then through those, pick the ones that might be interested in this type of event. Okay, so going back to my event list, you can RSVP to the ones that that you've been invited to. Here's one where I declined. When is this event? It is on Wednesday, and I'm not going to be able to make it. Here's one where I RSVP'd maybe. This is an event being held on Wednesday, April 16th, and I'm not going to be in the Palm Beach area on April 16th. I am going to be there on April 15th. So I might extend my stay and attend this event. That's why I clicked maybe. Once I am sure that I can make it or not make it, I can change my RSVP to yes, I'm going, or no, I'm not going. And because this is also an open event, I can invite other people to this event. Now, how would you like to create your own Facebook event? Well, it's pretty easy. Just come up to this secondary bar across the top and click on the button that says Create Event. And now you can invite your Facebook friends to your child's birthday party, to a business networker, or to a girls' night in. And then I can add my details. I'm going to say stash away your computers for the night and pamper yourself with a facial and champagne. That sounds fun to me. I would go to that. And then next I would click on here and I would write the name of the place where we're doing it or my address. Then here I would click on this on when the event's going to be held, and I can scroll through until I find the date of my event and click on it, and then I can add a time. Then right here under privacy, this is where we choose the privacy setting for this event. If I click on public, that means that everyone across the internet and on Facebook can not only see this event, but can RSVP to this event. If I click on friends of guests, this makes it semi-private. It means that anyone that I invite, so let's say I invite 6 of my best girlfriends to my girls' night in, their friends can see this event and they can also click on it and invite themselves by RSVP. If I want it to remain totally private because it's not a business networking, it's just a girls' night in at my house, I'm going to do invite only. And then by clicking this little square right here, if I click on it, then those 6 girls that I invited, they can invite any friends that they wish to invite. So they might invite their mom or their little sister to our girls' night in, and that's totally fine with me. But if I unclick it, then absolutely nobody but the people that I choose to invite to this event can attend this event. Now here's a tip. In most cases, when it's a business event or a business networker, you're going to want to make it a public event. And at the very least, you might make it a friends of guests event, but I usually make mine a public event. Then you click on the word create and you are done. And it's just that simple. And while we're at it, I'm going to click on my METV Facebook page and invite you to like my page there. You can find it at facebook.com/METV the channel. And not only do I post my YouTube videos here, so you will know through Facebook when I've posted a YouTube video, but it's chock full of other cool information and tips and inspiration and events. And I've got a fan of the week, and I have every Friday we do a networking Friday where you can post your website or Facebook page or Twitter account, and we grow our networking from there. We follow each other and that kind of fun stuff. So please be sure to like my page. I hope that this video was helpful. Please remember, I cannot stress to you enough how important it is to RSVP. And if you know anyone that's ever been invited to an event or hosted an event or knows an event, please forward this video to them so that they can know how important it is to RSVP to an event as well. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, like this video if you thought it was helpful, and include any questions in the comments below. That's it for today, you guys. I will see you in the next video. Good luck!